Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is healing from sexism and gender stereotypes and just being forced into certain roles that may not have fit our soul, our spirit. Maybe not completely, maybe not in a bigger way. And especially throughout history, people were really, really forced into their roles. So there's a lot of trauma, emotional damage, suppression, and things that get passed down through our lineages, and also our soul may have experienced that in past lifetimes. So for example, if you were, born a boy, but maybe you had more traditionally female interests, but you were told as a kid that boys don't cry and they wouldn't be interested in, I don't know, ballet or whatever else, right? And so on, then certain parts would be suppressed. And the same in reverse, right? So people were very much forced into their roles. But there was also a lot of discrimination because of that, right? And since in most parts around the world and throughout most of history, men men were in control and women were, how should I put this? Women didn't necessarily feel suppressed from. That's my current understanding. Just based on how they were raised, a lot of them, I think, or they kind of settled and accepted their role. But from our modern, more liberal perspective, women were suppressed, right? So because of that, there was also a lot of discrimination, a lot of restrictions, a lack of freedom to simply be who they were or who we are, depending on what applies, right? So there's a lot that we need to heal from. And again, also culturally, karmically, in our bloodlines, and so on. And it's time to let that go. So what I did here is I put a boy and girl facing the opposite side. So there's a lack of communication, a lack of understanding. It's what we've seen reflected in so many parts of culture and society. It's how people can be controlled through separation and division, right? People will fight with each other, or they will not understand each other if they're kept separate and there's not a proper way of understanding and communicating with each other that they would truly understand. And that's also by having either the male or female aspects within suppressed. So what I actually put here is, aside from the dolls, a tiny crib, because being forced into the roles or being conditioned into the roles started basically as soon as they were born, right? And I put a mini beer glass or beer stein and a mirror here to represent the stereotypes. And that's basically because what pops into my head was a joke from my youth. And I'm going to tell it. Please do not get offended. This is only to basically show the stereotypes. But little Johnny came to school on Monday morning and told the teacher he saw a male and a female fly. And the teacher was like, well, how did you know that it was a male? One was male and one was female. And he said, well, one was sitting on a beer glass and the other one in front of a mirror. So, from our modern, much more sensitized perspective, it's like, really? Like, but yeah, so I'm using those two items to show the gender stereotypes, right? Then the rest, yeah, I think that's it. I actually don't have a lot of items here to explain today. Oh yeah, I chose a silver candle, or at least most of it is silver, to focus on our star connection, on our connection with our spirit guides, the higher light beings, and the divine. Celestial silver. Somehow I feel like that's celestial. Okay, anyway, so let's smudge and get this started. Okay, please cleanse and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational, and flood us with massive amounts of healing light, unconditional love, blessings, and protections from the divine. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. All right. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light and of the light, and dear Mother Earth, Great Spirit of the fire, as well as the other three elements, air, earth, and water. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings and prayers with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. We ask for all of your assistance in healing from any and all hurt, pain, and suffering, from any and all trauma, PTSD, CPTSD, and anything else that is dark and unhealed, anything that is a shadow within us. Oops, sorry. That has to do with sexism and gender stereotypes, gender roles, being forced into a role, having certain parts of ourselves, male or female, suppressed or maybe emphasized, being forced into living a certain way because maybe culturally, like in certain cultures or societies, certain things were not acceptable, and all of that. Please bring all the male and female aspects within ourselves into balance. Let the energies of all of our chakras flow freely and remove any and all blocks that were limiting us in our expression, in our soul expression, in being ourselves, and to our truest core. And let that healing be applied to our body, mind, spirit, soul, energy field, and in any and all karmic aspects throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime and moving forward. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Oh yeah, the energies are moving. Oh, that feels good. Whew. Okay, we need more smudging here. Oh. Let all of that gender programming be removed and released, and let us be healed from them, from all of it. and help us truly, fully, and completely be who our soul wants us to be in this lifetime, and according to our soul mission that we signed up for. Let any and all trauma be released. We're breathing in the pure divine light, and we're breathing out all that darkness, that stale darkness of unfulfilled expression, of suppressed parts of ourselves. We're letting it all out. We're releasing it and letting it go. Whew. Okay, I will remove this and all the stereotypical things. I'm simply removing it from the altar. And those two dolls, oh, they don't sit up on their own. Okay, sorry. I was going to have them face each other, but whoops. But they're not. Let me see. Oh, that works. Okay. Okay, they have to lean forward quite a bit. Oh, that works. Here we go. Okay, so now we shall all communicate with each other. We shall communicate our feelings and emotions freely and uninhibitedly and without any shame or blame or anything else that was hindering or stopping us. We shall fully and completely step into honesty and honest communication that for so many millennia and thousands and thousands and thousands of years has kept people bottled up to a certain extent. So many times people were not able to freely express their emotions. Yeah, so it's going a little bit into a throat chakra healing there as well, so that there's proper communication between the genders and between the male and female within each and every one of us. So it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Ooh, this just got darker. I hope nothing happened with the filming, but somehow it just got darker. I feel like, oh yeah, what just came to me? The fact that it got darker is like that's what the dark has been doing and trying to stop and interfere with, to have a balance between the male and female, because that's when we truly step into the divine energies and oneness, and that's what they're trying to stop. And we shall do exactly that. We shall find that balance between male and female inside of us and in our lives with all the people that come into our lives, that are in our lives, and that are all around us. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Okay. Let the ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. And please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. And thank you so much for watching and for being a part of the ceremony and for working on your own healing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love and light, many blessings, and be well until next time. Bye.